chapter 5, verses 27 to 39. Isaiah chapter 58, verses 6 to 8. How do you share God's mercy? As Jesus was leaving Capernaum, he saw a tax collector named Matthew, also called Levi. Jesus said to him, "Follow me." And Matthew actually got up, left his tax collection station, and followed Jesus. Later, while Jesus was having a meal in Matthew's house, he and his students were joined at the table by some tax collectors and other shady characters. Some Pharisees saw this and asked the students of Jesus, "Why does your teacher eat with such ungodly people?" Jesus, overhearing them, gave this reply: "People who think they're well think they don't need a doctor, but people who know they're sick know they need a doctor." Jesus added, "Consider what is meant by this verse from the inspired scriptures. It's mercy that God wants, not religious ritual. I have come to invite ungodly people like these into a relationship with God. I have not come for people who are sure they're already godly." Later, some students of John the Baptizer came to Jesus and asked, "Why is it that we and the Pharisees fast frequently, but your students don't fast at all?" Jesus answered, "Do you expect the guests at a wedding party to fast as long as the bridegroom is with them? Of course not. But the day will come when the bridegroom is taken away from them, and then they will have reason to fast." Jesus came to offer people new life in which fasting and everything else takes on new meaning. He offered a couple of illustrations to emphasize that compassionate fasting helps us draw closer to God, but ritual fasting does not. "No one patches up an old coat with a piece of new cloth," said Jesus, "for the new patch will shrink and make an even bigger hole in the coat. And no one pours new wine into old, used wineskins. If they do, those old wineskins will burst and be ruined, and the wine will be lost. New wine has to be poured into new wineskins. That way, both the wine and the wineskins are preserved." Jesus often emphasized this idea that God offers people new life in which they become more merciful and less preoccupied with religious ritual. Lord, please help us to love mercifully as you love us. I am not always as merciful as God wants, but I am encouraged to be more merciful by people like Mother Teresa. She understood what Jesus meant when he said, "As you did it to one of the least of my people, you did it to me." Mother Teresa was able to see the image of Jesus in other people. She was able to see people without judging them.